From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. We are going to be seeing rain throughout the day today because of this nor'easter kind of sitting off the East Coast. Here's a live look at our CAPV tower cam overlooking the city of Utica. We are seeing moderate to heavy rainfalls in most of our areas right now, and it is falling pretty steadily. So today is going to be a washout day. About 1 to 2 inches of rain is expected. More rain could be expected further down south, like Otsego County. They are under a flash flood watch today. Fortunately, we are drying out for tomorrow and for Thursday as well. Here is the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The further south you are, the more rain you are going to be seeing throughout the day today. This low pressure system, the center of it, is sitting over New York City and northern New Jersey, and this rain from it is moving to the north. So the further south you are, the more rain you're going to see throughout the day. Again, North Country, Mohawk Valley, expect to see about 1 to 1.5 inches of rain. Southern valleys expect to see about 1.5 to maybe 2.5 inches of rain throughout the day today. I will be monitoring this closely. We do have possible flooding, but there is a very low chance of that. I will continue to moderate the rainfall throughout the day today. So like I said, we are seeing moderate to heavy rain right now. Temperatures are in the 50s. It will continue to get heavier throughout the afternoon and evening hours, but then really start to calm down and clear out by around 1:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. Overnight lows only in the upper 40s because of that cloud cover kind of keeping it warm. And as we get into noon tomorrow, we will start to see really decreasing clouds, high temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. And as we get into Thursday, we are going to be seeing more sunshine than we did on Wednesday. So for today, rain persists throughout the day, a high in the mid to upper 50s. Tonight, we will see that rain starting to clear out, overnight lows in the upper 40s. We are drying out for Wednesday and Thursday. That rain returns on Friday afternoon to evening, lasting throughout the day on Saturday, and then clearing out on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, hopefully in time for those trick-or-treaters. Back to you, Steve.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than trick-or-treating in a rainstorm.
I agree.
All right, thanks a lot, Hannah. Well, the Mohawk Valley...
We're saying good morning to Herkimer and all of the greater Utica region. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be seeing rain persist throughout the day today. But as we drop into the overnight hours into Wednesday, the chance of rain does become very low. So we will not be seeing any rain on Wednesday or Thursday, which is good news. We will be seeing the return of the sunshine come Wednesday and Thursday. But for today, we are expecting about 1 to 1.5 inches in the North Country and the Mohawk Valley. But the further south you live, so let's say Otsego County, they are under a flash flood watch in effect until midnight tonight. They could see 1.5 to 2 inches of rain throughout the day today. So just be wary of that when driving. There may be localized flash flooding. Of course, I will keep you updated on what is to come. So when you are traveling today, there is low visibility because of that heavy rain that is falling. So definitely keep the headlights on, and we will be seeing heavy rain as well. So keep the wipers on and just be careful when driving. I'll have a look at your commute coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, thanks, Hannah. From players to the ground...
New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Thanks, Steve. It is raining pretty heavily out there right now. We are expected to see moderate to heavy rain throughout the day today. So here's a live look at our CAPV tower cam overlooking the city of Utica. We can't really see much right now because of the low visibility as well as that rain falling. So today, in my book, it is going to be a washout day today. About 1 to 2 inches of rain is expected on average, but we are going to be drying out for tomorrow and for Thursday. Here is a look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. As you can see, the further south and the further east you are, you will be seeing heavier rainfall. This is because there is a nor'easter just to the east of us. The center of it is kind of lingering over New York City, New Jersey, that area. So this will bring heavy rainfall into our area throughout the day today. It will clear out overnight tonight, but again, the further south you are, the more rain you are going to be seeing. I am expecting the North Country and the Mohawk Valley to be getting about 1 to 1.5 inches of rain throughout the day today, and then the southern valleys kind of getting 1.5 to 2 inches of rain, just because we are seeing winds blowing from the northeast. So the further south you are, the more rain you are going to be seeing. We are seeing moderate to heavy rainfall this morning. Temperatures in the lower 50s, so fairly warm start to the day. This will all begin to dry out overnight, being completely dry but mostly cloudy at around 1:30 a.m. tomorrow. Overnight lows dropping into the upper 40s. By noon tomorrow, we will start to see that sunshine. High temperatures tomorrow in the mid-50s. And then by Thursday, we will be seeing even more sunshine than tomorrow. So just get ready for that. But for today, rain does persist throughout the day. High temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. As we move into tonight, the rain still persists in the evening hours. But when we get into early tomorrow morning, that is when we really start to see that rain clear up. But mostly cloudy conditions. Lows in the upper 40s. We are drying out tomorrow and Thursday, highs in the 50s. Come Friday, we will begin to see more rain Friday evening and throughout the day on Saturday. This rain looks to clear out Sunday afternoon to Sunday evening, hopefully in time for those trick-or-treaters. But Halloween this year will be fairly warm on average, a high temperature of 58 and a low temperature in the lower 50s. Back to you, Steve.
All right, thanks a lot, Hannah. Children under 8.
Welcome back. With this rain that is falling today, I just wanted to point out stopping distances. So when you are stopping on wet leaves, which is what we are going to see a lot of today, you do have a further stopping distance than on wet roads. So just be careful of that when driving and make sure you are giving enough distance in between cars in case you do have to stop. But if you wanted to rake your leaves, the next chance of that would be maybe tomorrow, especially in the afternoon. The ground will be really dried out by then. Thursday, yes, we are going to be seeing more sun on Thursday than tomorrow. And then obviously today, not very good day to rake those leaves. We are going to be seeing widespread rain throughout the day today. Now, looking ahead to Halloween weekend, because that is a very big question, we will be seeing some scattered showers start to move in Friday afternoon to Friday evening. Those showers will kind of linger into the area on Saturday, so we will be seeing rain on Saturday. But as we get into Sunday, it is looking like those showers will begin to clear out Sunday, late morning, early afternoon. Hopefully cleared out by the evening for those trick-or-treaters. But once again, temperatures are above average for this weekend. Temperatures in the upper 50s for the high and the upper 40s for the low. So we'll be fairly warm on average. I'll have a look at your commute for today coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Hannah, thanks. The knockout rounds continue tonight on NBC's The Voice with Ed Sheeran serving as mega mentor. And that's followed by a new episode of La Brea. That show is the first major acting role for one of its youngest stars, a 19-year-old who's one of the rare amputees with a regular spot on network television. NBC's Mark Barger shares her story.
Shooting this opening sequence for La Brea's premiere episode was taxing for Zyra Gurecki.
I think more emotionally stressful than physically, because I've been in good shape my whole life. And I have really, really good legs.
But one of those legs is prosthetic. A logging accident forced amputation below the knee when Gurecki was just 13.
I don't know if it's just my family and, how we react to things that most people would think were devastating. But to me, having my leg cut off wasn't a devastation. It was just another thing in life that you deal with.
Her sense of humor about her lost limb was evident on the Kelly Clarkson show.
1 foot in the grave and I got it tattooed on my foot.
Gurecki's comfort with her prosthetic is such.
Dad?
When the show digitally restored her leg for a flashback scene, she was shaken.
I looked at it and went, no, that's not me. That's wrong. I don't like that. I don't know. No. You probably should get that cut off.
What's going on?
It's a spirit that helps endear Gurecki to the man who plays the father to her character, Izzy.
She's a force of nature. And I felt very lucky to have Zyra to work with because, if you're going to play a father-daughter situation on screen. You need to have really good chemistry, and Zyra is a gem.
A gem conscious of her chance to inspire other amputees.
And to see somebody on camera do whatever the heck they want to do is amazing.
Something just touched my leg.
A resolve that might also be handy
Something in the water.
for the characters facing the amazing on La Brea. Mark Barger, NBC News.
And La Brea.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. We are going to be seeing widespread rain kind of persisting throughout the day today due to a nor'easter off the East Coast. So here's a live look at our CAV tower cam. Can't really see much on it. We are seeing very low visibility here in Utica, as well as some moderate rain falling right now. So today is going to be a washout day. That rain will persist throughout the day. About 1 to 2 inches of rain is expected on average for our areas. But fortunately, we are drying out for tomorrow, and we will see some sunshine for tomorrow and Wednesday. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are seeing moderate to heavy rain in most of our areas. The further south you live, the more rain you are going to see. Shenango, Delaware, and Otsego counties are under a flash flood watch until midnight tonight. So the further south you are, the more rain you will see. I am expecting about 1 to 1.5 inches for the North Country and the Mohawk Valleys, and then 1.5 to 2 inches for the southern valleys of rainfall accumulation for today. So just be careful of that when driving or traveling throughout the day today. This is due to this nor'easter, this low pressure system. The center is right over New York City, kind of in North New Jersey as well. And we are seeing winds from the northeast. This is pushing that rain into our area for the day today. Again, this will begin to dry out overnight tonight into Wednesday. We are seeing moderate to heavy rain right now, temperatures in the lower 50s. The rain will get heavier in the afternoon, and then it will start to calm down by the evening. Tonight at 1:30 a.m., so tomorrow morning, we will be almost completely dried out, mostly cloudy conditions. The overnight lows tonight in the upper 40s. And as we get into noon tomorrow, temperatures in the 50s. We will be seeing some peaks of sunshine and more sunshine even on Thursday. So for today, we have a high in the mid to upper 50s. Rain persists throughout the day, and that rain does continue for the evening, but by around 1 a.m., we will really start to see it clear out for mostly cloudy conditions overnight and lows in the upper 40s. We will be drying out tomorrow and more sunshine on Thursday. Come Friday, some scattered showers do start to come in the afternoon to evening hours. The rain persists for Saturday, hopefully clearing out by Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening for the trick-or-treaters. But again, Halloween is above average in temperatures this year, so that is one good thing about it. Back to you, Steve.
All right, thanks a lot, Hannah. Yeah, plenty of times trick-or-treating in the rain or cold temperatures, so at least if it's mild, we'll take that. All right, other news for right now, the Mohawk Valley.
We're saying good morning to Herkimer and all of the greater Utica region. We will be seeing widespread rain throughout the areas today, so rain is very much likely today. But as we get into the evening and overnight hours into tomorrow, that chance does drop down to low, and it will remain low for tomorrow and for Thursday. So expect to see some sunshine in the coming days ahead. Today, I am expecting about 1 to 1.5 inches in the North Country and the Mohawk Valley for rain. But the further south you live and the further east, the more rain you are expected to see. Otsego County is under a flash flood watch in effect until midnight tonight, as well as Shenango and Delaware. So I'm expecting the more south, 1.5 to 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches, but that is really pushing it. And once again, I will keep you updated if any flooding is to occur. But looking ahead to Halloween weekend, I know that is a very big weekend in question weather-wise. We will be seeing above average temperatures for the weekend, but come Friday, we will be seeing some scattered showers, but then as we go into Saturday, we will be seeing rain throughout the day, and then Sunday, that rain will clear out for the evening hours for Halloween weekend. But of course, just be wary when traveling today. Back to you, Steve.
Can never have enough reminders to
Yeah.
travel safely. All right, thanks a lot, Hannah. Well, from players to the ground.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. We are seeing widespread rain throughout the area today. We will begin to dry out overnight tonight. Here's a live look at our CAPV tower cam. We can't really see much right now because of that low visibility from the fog and the rain that is occurring right now. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are looking at moderate to heavy rainfall in most of our areas this morning. Otsego, Shenango, and Delaware counties are under a flash flood watch for today until midnight tonight, so just be wary of that as well. The further south and the further east you live, the more rain you are going to see because of this nor'easter. The center of it is lingering over New York City, northern New Jersey, and that wind is moving from the northeast, so we are seeing some rain in our area throughout the day today. Again, the further south you live, the more rain you are going to see. I'm expecting between 1 to 1.5 inches for the North Country and the Mohawk Valley. And then if you live in the southern valleys, about 1.5 to 2 inches of rain accumulating over the day today. This morning, we are waking up fairly warm on average for this time of year, waking up in the upper 40s to lower 50s for this morning. Again, the average low for this time of year is in the mid 30s, so this is about 10 to 15 degrees above that average low. We are seeing moderate to heavy rainfall right now. It will continue that way throughout the day. We may be seeing heavier rainfall throughout the afternoon. But once the evening comes, it will start to die down and really die down overnight. At around 1:30 to 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, we will be completely cleared out, just mostly cloudy conditions. And then at noon tomorrow, temperatures in the 50s. We will be seeing some peaks of sunshine and even more sunshine to return on Thursday. For today, a high in the mid to upper 50s, that rain persisting throughout the day. Tonight, that rain will start to clear out in the overnight hours. We have lows in the upper 40s. The rain will fully clear out for tomorrow and for Thursday. But come Friday, some more scattered showers do come in the area Friday afternoon to Friday evening, lasting throughout the day on Saturday. But hopefully, I think it is going to clear out Sunday afternoon to Sunday evening for those trick-or-treaters. But Halloween will be warmer than average for this year. Back to you, Steve.
All right, thanks, Hannah. Time to welcome the newest.
Because of that widespread rain that is falling today, I did want to point out the difference in stopping distances on wet leaves versus just wet road in general. For wet leaves, it is a longer stopping distance than even on wet roads. So just make sure you're giving yourself enough room in between cars today. That rain could become very heavy at times, so be careful when traveling throughout the day today. And if you wanted to rake those leaves or just get any yard work done in general, the next good day to do it would probably be Thursday. It is going to be all completely dried out on Thursday. We will be drying out overnight into tomorrow, but it may still be too wet out there to do any yard work, and obviously not today. We are seeing widespread rain throughout the day. Back to you, Steve.
All right, thanks a lot, Hannah. The
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Widespread rain does continue for the afternoon today, as well as some. Welcome back, everybody. I am looking at rainfall amounts right now. If you live in the North Country and the Mohawk Valley, I am expecting about 1 to 1.5 inches of rainfall within 24 to 36 hours. If you live further south and to the east as well, a little bit more is expected. About 1.5 to 2 inches of rainfall is expected. Shenango, Delaware, and Otsego counties are under that flash flood watch until midnight tonight. So just be careful of localized flooding in some areas. So if you are heading out the door this morning, I would recommend the umbrella, the rain jacket, and just giving yourself a little bit extra time for traveling. The roads could be quite slippery out there, especially with some leaves on them. For today, we have a high in the mid-50s. Rain is expected to persist throughout the day. That rain is clearing up tonight for a low in the upper 40s. It should clear up around midnight to 1 a.m. Another look at that rainfall is next. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Hannah, thanks. From players to the...
Welcome back, everybody. We are seeing widespread rain throughout the day today due to a nor'easter off the East Coast. Here's a live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are seeing moderate to kind of heavier rain falling steadily in most of our areas. Again, the further south you live, the more rain you are expected to see. I'm expecting about 1 to 1.5 inches in North Country and Mohawk Valley. If you live further south, like Otsego County, Shenango, Madison, 1.5 to 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches. But again, this is kind of stretching it. But just be careful when traveling today and give yourself a little bit extra time. The rain is widespread today, but we will be drying out overnight for Wednesday and Thursday. No precipitation is expected. Some scattered showers do come back in on Friday afternoon to Friday evening and lasting throughout the day on Saturday. Before today, a high in the mid to upper 50s, rain persisting throughout the day today, and I will have another look at the full forecast coming up. Back to you, Steve.
Okay, Hannah, thanks.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are looking at widespread rain throughout the day today. We won't be drying out until the overnight hours tonight. A live look at our CAVV tower cam showing low visibility because of that fog, as well as some precipitation in our area right now on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are seeing moderate to heavy precipitation in most of our areas. The further south you live, the more rain you will see today due to this nor'easter off the East Coast. The kind of center of it is lingering over New York City and northern New Jersey, pushing some rain into our region today. Temperatures are in the 50s this morning. We will see moderate to heavy rain kind of persisting throughout the day. In the overnight hours, around 1:30 a.m. to 2 a.m., we will be completely dried out, but mostly cloudy. Tomorrow at around noon, we will start to see some peaks of sunshine. High temperatures tomorrow in the upper 50s and even more sunshine expected on Thursday. For today, we have rain persisting throughout the day, a high in the mid-50s. And as we get into tonight, that rain is starting to clear up and we have lows in the upper 40s. We will be drying out tomorrow and Thursday. Scattered showers returning Friday evening, persisting for Saturday. Clearing out by Sunday afternoon to Sunday evening for those trick-or-treaters.
For News Channel 2 at noon, much of our viewing area getting rained on, but let's get right over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Hannah Evans.
I'm tracking some widespread rain across the area. We just got in about 10 minutes ago. There is a flash flood warning in effect for Delaware and Otsego County right now. This is in effect until 3:15 p.m. So just be careful on the roadways and areas with low drainage quality. Here is the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. As you can see right now from the nor'easter, we are getting a lot of flash flood warnings in counties south of us as well. We are experiencing 1.5 to 2 inches of rainfall so far. And if I do zoom in, this warning is in effect until 3:15 p.m. We are expecting 2 to 2.5 inches of rainfall, especially areas further down south, and about 1.5 to 2 inches in the North Country and the Mohawk Valley. So for today, that rain will persist. We will begin to dry out in the overnight hours tonight, and I'll be tracking that rain further coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Hannah. As you heard Hannah mention a little earlier, a flash flood warning in effect, and that goes into late tonight for some of the areas as well. Ahead of today's expected high winds and heavy rainfall, Governor Kathy Hochul has declared a state of emergency. Hochul says she wants anyone living in these counties listed on your screen to use caution in their morning and evening commutes. Also plan ahead for any inclement weather, hazardous travel conditions. The governor is also deploying extra help. The State DOT, Thruway Authority, New York Power Authority, and the Canal Corporation, as well as state police. As we've said, states of emergencies declared along the East Coast as this powerful nor'easter slams the region and heavy rain and high winds. Meantime, the Midwest is bracing for another round of tornadoes, while out west, a bomb cyclone is unleashing new misery on millions. Here's NBC's Stephanie Gosk. She's in Queens.
It's the first nor'easter of the year, and it is dumping large amounts of rain here in New York City, nearly a month's worth of rain in just 24 hours. There has been a flash flood watch in effect in the city. In some places in New Jersey, that's a flash flood warning. It has been raining all night long. The heavy rain expected to continue through the midday. Now, it is not as bad as the remnants of Hurricane Ida that hit the city so hard last month. 11 people died in basement apartments here in New York City during that storm. They were worried about with this nor'easter, even though it is not as strong. They sent out construction crews to clear gutters and make sure that people were aware that there was a danger. The mayor warning people to get out of those basement apartments. When the rain moves out of here, it is going to be replaced by high winds, 25 to 35 miles an hour here in New York, up to 50 miles an hour out on Long Island. Then the storm moves its way up the northeast. Places like Massachusetts and Maine are going to start to see these same conditions throughout the day. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News, New York.
Here at home, at least 6 local fire departments were on the scene overnight battling a house fire in Taberg. Crews arrived on the scene to find a trailer engulfed in flames. Taberg Fire Chief tells us no one was hurt, but the Red Cross is helping the 1 adult and 3 children who live there. These photos.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Widespread rain does continue for the afternoon today, as well as some flash flood warnings out there. We did decide to issue an alert day for the rest of the day today. Here's a live look at our CAV tower cam overlooking the city of Utica. We can't really see much right now. There are some very dense low-level clouds in the area, and as well as that moderate rainfall. Here is your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The flash flood warning is outlined in red. This is in effect for Otsego and parts of Delaware County until about 3:15 p.m. today. I am not sure if they are going to extend that time or not, but that is in effect until 3:15. Right now, the areas with the yellow coloring on it means the rain is a little bit heavier, so that is especially to the west, Oneida County, as well as Madison and most of Shenango County right now. So just be careful when driving. There may be some flooding out there. Shenango County, as well as the other counties in the green, are still under a flash flood advisory for the rest of the day today. This is in effect until midnight, but the areas in the red do have that flood warning until 3:15 p.m. This is due to that nor'easter. That low pressure system center is just sitting over New York City and northern New Jersey right now. Those northeast winds are pushing that rainfall into our area. That is why we are getting so much rain right now. The accumulation looks to be about 1.5 to 2 inches for North Country and the Mohawk Valley, and about 2 to 2.5 inches for the Southern Valley. So again, we are going to be seeing a little bit of rain today, so just be careful when driving, and poor drainage areas, there is a chance of flooding. Right now on our Skycast, we are seeing moderate to heavy rain. As the evening progresses, this will start to die down, and by around 2 a.m. Wednesday morning, we really will start to see it clear out. Waking up tomorrow at 7 a.m., partly sunny skies, temperatures in the upper 40s, and we will see a return to some sunshine tomorrow with highs in the upper 50s. As we get into Thursday, waking up at 6 a.m., temperatures in the upper 30s, and will be mostly clear on Thursday, so that sunshine will completely make a return for Thursday. For today, a high of 53. We are still seeing that heavy rainfall, so just be careful of that throughout the day today. And tomorrow, a high in the upper 50s, a partly sunny day tomorrow, so that rain will start to clear out overnight tonight. Today is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day due to that flood warning in effect until 3:15 for Otsego and for Delaware counties. We will dry out overnight tonight, and the sunshine returns for tomorrow and Thursday. There is some scattered showers moving in Friday afternoon to Friday evening, and it will last throughout the day on Saturday, but it is looking to clear out on Sunday, which is Halloween. Looks to clear out in the afternoon to evening hours, hopefully in time for those trick-or-treaters. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Hannah. Today, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 at noon. Meteorologist Hannah Evans is busy in the Weather Center today. It is an alert day. Hannah.
We are still seeing widespread rain across the area this afternoon. This will kind of last until the evening. We have now gotten a flash flood warning for Otsego County. This is in effect until 3:15 p.m. And we also have a flash flood warning for Delaware County. That is in effect until 2:45. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we see the heavier bands of precipitation are in the yellow and the orange colors. So right now, mainly Shenango, Madison, a little bit of Oneida County, but again, Otsego County is in that flash flood warning. That is in effect until 3:15 p.m. We are forecasting about 1.5 to 2 inches of rain for today for the North Country and the Mohawk Valley, and a little bit more the further south you live, so about 2 to 2.5 inches for the southern valleys. This does include Otsego County. For today, that rain will persist. We will dry out in the overnight hours tonight for a partly sunny day tomorrow, and I'll be tracking that rain further coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Hannah.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are still dealing with some widespread rain in our area, as well as a couple of flash flood warnings out there right now. Here's a live look at our CAV tower cam. We can't really see much because of the low-level clouds, as well as some dense fog out there. So we are still dealing with low visibility. And on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we do have a flash flood warning in effect for Otsego and Delaware counties. Delaware counties is in effect until 2:45, and Otsego is in effect until 3:15 p.m. today. If we look at the radar, we can see the yellow and the orange bands of precipitation. Those are the heavier bands of precipitation, so that is mainly in Shenango, Cortland, Madison County right now. So if you are driving around the area, especially in Otsego County with this flash flood warning, just be careful of areas of low drainage, lakes, streams, anything that you think could flood. Again, here are our flood alerts. The areas in the red are the flash flood warnings. The other areas in the green are still that flash flood watch. That is in effect until midnight tonight. On our radar and satellite, we see this is from that nor'easter that is affecting us right now. The low pressure system, the center of it, is kind of sitting over New York City and northern New Jersey. But we do have these northeast winds that are pushing that precipitation into our area this afternoon. This will continue to clear out in the evening and overnight hours tonight. We are expecting about 1.5 to 2 inches for the North Country and the Mohawk Valley of rain, and we're expecting about 2 to 2.5 inches for the southern valleys. So just be wary of that if you are going outside at all today, or if you are traveling. There is flooding possible, especially the further south that you are. Moderate to heavy rain right now with temperatures in the 50s. We will see that start to die down, and by about 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, so tonight, we will kind of fully be cleared out to mostly cloudy conditions. Overnight lows in the upper 40s, waking up tomorrow to partly sunny skies, and it will be a partly sunny day tomorrow with highs in the upper 50s. Moving into Thursday, we will see even more sunshine than we saw tomorrow. This is Thursday at 6 a.m. Temperatures are in the upper 30s. Partly sunny conditions throughout the day. So again, after all this rain does clear out, we will be seeing drier conditions tomorrow and sunnier conditions on Thursday. Before today, we have a high in the mid-50s. That rain is still persisting throughout the day. Those flash flood warnings are in effect until 3:15 p.m. And tomorrow, a high near 60, partly sunny skies, so we are drying out for the day tomorrow. We will see even more sunshine on Thursday with highs near 60 as well. Moving into Friday, we are expecting to see some scattered showers move in the afternoon to evening hours, and that rain will persist throughout the day on Saturday. It is looking to clear out Sunday afternoon to Sunday evening, hopefully in time for those trick-or-treaters, and the sunshine fully returns on Monday. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Hannah.
Tracking a flash flood warning.
That's right. We are looking at heavy rain that has continued for most of the day. About 1 to 2 inches of rainfall has been just enough to cause some problems. Let's take a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And that flash flood warning is for a large portion of Oneida County, not the entire county, but a large portion of it. Basically, west of Utica is our biggest concern this evening. That flash flood warning in effect until 7:30. There are also several other alerts to pass along. A flood warning for Otsego County. Now, the difference between a flash flood warning versus a flood warning, we'll get into the details a little bit later, but the bottom line is if you're driving out and about this evening, you're going to want to be extra careful. We still have rain that is continuing in our area. The heaviest rain is pivoting to the west, so we're more than halfway through this, and things will be improving, but not for the short term. Looking at rainfall totals so far, most areas 1 to as much as almost 2 inches in Morrisville, and we will be adding a little bit more to these totals as we go forward. Some flooding photos, one flooding photo to show you in Cherry Valley. This is a lot of what we've been experiencing today in some of the harder hit areas. Again, some ponding on roadways and places where it doesn't belong, especially in flood prone areas. Current temperature is 56 degrees. Heading into this evening, we'll see rain gradually lighten up, turning into drizzle and also some fog. We are tracking some drier weather as we look ahead. Look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A mobile home is destroyed.
York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track widespread rain moving through central New York. Parts of our area under a flash flood warning. Let's take a live look outside from our CAVB Tower Cam. This has been the scene all day, although the rain has become lighter from our vantage point on Smith Hill earlier today. Visibility was much poorer as the rain was coming down harder. As we take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are still tracking moderate to heavy rain, especially in the western half of our area. You go west of Utica, still some dark green showing up on the radar. Boonville, Oneida, Camden, Taberg. Heading west, if you're going to be heading west this evening, plan on dealing with some flooding, or at least potential flooding on roadways. And again, some issues out that heading out towards the Syracuse region. The Mohawk Valley, the southern valleys, things are in better shape. The rain has lightened up quite a bit. The rain is coming from the southeast, and so it's moving in a direction from the bottom right-hand side of your screen to the top left. And we can see that there are some breaks in the rain in this area. So the general idea is that this band of heavier rain that's between Syracuse and Utica will very slowly push to the east. And it will take a few more hours before we're in the clear. But as we go forward, the rain becomes lighter. The bulk of the accumulation is done. And so now we're just starting to deal with some residual problems. The Soquoit Creek at Whitesboro. I want to touch upon this. We have better information now than we did just a few years ago. There's a stream gauge that's taking constant measurements of the water level, and I have been watching this all day. It was highest around 3 o'clock this afternoon, cresting to about 5.5 feet. It's down since then, just slightly, but that's a really good sign because that shows that the creek has stopped its great acceleration, and this is below flood stage, so we are very optimistic that the Soquoit Creek will not see any problems here for the remainder of this event as the rain gets lighter. That's not the case everywhere. We'll talk about some other potential problem spots coming up. Whitesboro, 53 degrees, Loudville, 50, across the southern valleys, 52 in Sherburne, Ski-Nevis, 48 degrees, so again, a cool day across the area. We're tracking a nor'easter as it continues to lift to the north, and again, as we go forward, the rain becomes lighter, and so what we're going to be focusing on heading forward as the water moves into larger bodies of streams. We'll be keeping an eye on those. We could see some minor issues, especially west of Utica. Heading into tomorrow, the weather dries out, and we'll be in much better shape across the board. And we're looking at a return to sunshine, and we'll get a chance to dry out. It'll be a cool day, seasonably cool, temperatures in the 50s. And some good news, the weather should be dry for the next couple of days. Drizzle and fog tonight, low of 46. Tomorrow, Again, looking at dry weather, decreasing clouds, temperatures in the upper 50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We're dry on Thursday and Friday. We're tracking another round of rain as we head into the weekend with temperatures in the 50s. Dry weather Monday, maybe some rain on Election Day already in the 7-day forecast.
Well, there's always early voting.
Right.
So that's always an option. But then there's the Halloween aspect of the 7-day that
That
everyone's
too.
glued to. All right,
Yeah.
Bill, thank you. It is National.
From the Weather Center. Bill.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on the radar this evening, also getting some reports of some minor flooding. This picture from Lori in Cazenovia, where we're noticing that some streams are starting to go over their banks. The main concern so far today has been flooding that happens quickly, flash flooding, where the rain comes down faster than it runs off, and that's what we're dealing with here this evening. We have that flash flood warning that continues for Oneida and Madison County. Most of that county is technically west of Utica. I wanted to touch upon some streams in our area. Another one is the West Canada Creek. We've been following that all afternoon. We get measurements from a rain gauge located at Cass Bridge. Currently, it's at 5.2 feet. Flood stage is 6 feet, so that's really good news. It's below flood stage. And looking at the information, it's still rising, but it's starting to rise slower than it has over the past few hours. It's typically a good sign that these rivers are heading towards crest. And again, fingers crossed, there might be some minor flooding, but at this point, nothing to be too concerned about. Our concern right now is west of Utica, where rain continues to fall heavy at times. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Moderate to heavy rain across the western part of Oneida County. And again, we're going to continue to keep tabs on how much rain is falling and the extent of any flooding issues as we head into this evening. We'll continue to keep you updated on the latest information on the radar. Look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Winter coat giveaway.
Go and Oneida counties are lit up with alerts. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Yeah, the concern here is ponding on roadways as you're heading out and about driving this evening. If you have to drive home from work, just take your time. The rain is continuing. It's falling lighter than what it did earlier today, but we have residual flood warnings in effect. A flash flood warning for Oneida and Madison County, a flood warning for Otsego and Chenango County. The subtle difference between the two: flash flood warning is more geared towards flooding that can happen anywhere where the water just doesn't have a chance to run off quickly enough. A flood warning is more geared towards areas near streams and rivers. Again, it's a small difference between the two. Bottom line is, just be careful if you're driving out and about. And these rules apply whether it's a flood warning or a flash flood warning. You're going to want to avoid water on roadways. That is the biggest issue with situations like this. Too many folks just try to cross that road anyway, and sometimes the vehicles end up getting washed out. And you want to also be careful. Our sunset is 6 o'clock, and it becomes a little bit trickier to get around, especially in conditions like this as we head into tonight. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. I'm keeping a very close eye to the south and east of us. This is where our weather is coming from, and you're noticing that the colors become lighter. So I am optimistic that the rain, while it will still continue, will fall at a lighter rate as we head into this evening and tonight. And again, we're going to continue to see some rain, some drizzle, and some fog here over the next few hours. We're tracking rainfall amounts. We're also taking a look at area streams and how they are behaving across the area, and that's coming out. Kristen, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Here's a story I hate.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening and welcome back. We continue to track some pretty heavy rainfall across central New York. The rain has become lighter compared to what it was doing earlier today, but it is still a soggy evening. This is a live look at our Mirabito Tower Cam overlooking Oneonta. You can see some low-grade clouds and rain. Our primary concern continues to be with a band of some heavier rain that continues to impact parts of our area west of Utica, western Oneida County, western Madison County, extending out into the Syracuse area. This whole box is under a flash flood warning until 7:30. I have some good news to report here. Over the past couple of minutes, past half an hour, the bands of heavier rain have moved to the west. In fact, you can see some darker colors on the left-hand side of your screen, even some yellows towards Oswego. And this is going to be the trend as we head into this evening and tonight with these bands of rain moving from east to west. It's going to continue to rain as we head into this evening, but the rain will become lighter, and so the problems that are out there, ponding on roadways and some localized flooding, will become less. as you head into tonight. We continue to keep tabs on stream levels, and I want to give folks an update on the Sequoia Creek at Whitesboro. There's a river gauge that's taking measurements here. The latest measurement, 5.3 feet, which is more than 3 feet below flood stage. And more importantly, that number has stopped getting higher, and it hasn't gotten any higher since 3 o'clock today. So there's some really good news. If anything, the levels are beginning to fall. Even though it's still raining, it's not raining as hard. And again, we'll continue to follow that. The West Canada Creek, below flood stage, 5.2 feet. Flood stage 6 feet. Again, continuing to rise, but at a slower pace compared to the past few hours. And again, we'll continue to follow that. Rainfall totals today, many areas between 1 to 2 inches of rain. The highest total so far from our Skywatcher Harry in Otago, 1.9 inches, Hartwick, 1.6 inches. As we look at the radar and satellite image, the heaviest rain continues to slide to the west as this nor'easter, actually 2 storms working in tandem together to bring us rainfall. The rain will gradually taper off tonight. We're not expecting much more additional accumulation, at less than 1/4 of an inch for most areas. By tomorrow morning, a chance to dry out. Clouds give way to sunshine. It should be a beautiful afternoon and a much needed dry day. And some good news, the weather will remain dry as we head into tomorrow night as well as Thursday. Drizzle and fog tonight. Be on the lookout for fog, thickest in higher elevations, a low of 46. Tomorrow, decreasing clouds, sunshine, again dry, a high 58. Storm Tracker 2, 7-day forecast. Thursday, Friday looking dry. Some rain is in the forecast for the trick-or-treaters on Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures will be in the mid-50s. Dry Monday. Some scattered rain showers return on Tuesday. We'll continue to give you updates, some of the latest local rainfall totals in the area, and an update on the radar where this heavy rain is moving at 6 o'clock. Stay with us.
Issuing a flood warning late this afternoon.
And the rain is still falling. We're going to head straight to the Weather Center where Chief Meteorologist Bill Carter is standing by, tracking it all. And Bill, why is this an alert day? Yeah,
we're continuing to follow flash flood warnings that have been issued by the National Weather Service. There were a few of them that have been issued today, one in Otsego County and one in Oneida and Madison County. And with these flash flood warnings, again, anticipating the possibility of flooding, do have some good news. A lot of the reports that we've been gathering from the National Weather Service, the flooding has been outside of our area, was more of a concern towards Syracuse, heading down I-81. So if you are heading out in that direction this evening, just be mindful of that. But again, we still have the possibility of seeing some issues out there. And our biggest piece of advice is just be careful if you're driving, not only ponding on roadways, but also the possibility that some roadways could have water on them. We always advise never drive over flooded roadways. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The rainfall rates have gone down since earlier today. The heaviest rain has now lifted to the west, and things are moving from east to west in a different direction today, thanks to that nor'easter. Rainfall totals 1 to 2 inches across the board, lesser amounts north, higher amounts to the south and west. And again, dealing with some flooding issues today. This picture from Natalie in Cherry Valley. Heading into this evening, temperatures in the 50s, rain, drizzle, and fog. We are going to continue to track rainfall as we head into tonight. We're also going to give you an update on local streams across the area, including the Sequoia Creek. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. Soon, some local counties will...
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to keep an eye on the radar this evening as bands continue to move to the west. We are still dealing with clouds and rain. Let's take a live look outside. This is our CAVV tower cam, and it is going to remain unsettled as we head into tonight. The heaviest rain is moving to the east, and I should say to the west. And what's been pretty common today, flash flooding, when water comes down too quickly or faster than it runs off. And this is the type of flooding that we were experiencing for most of today, ponding on roadways and in yards. This picture from Lori and Cazenovia. As we head into tonight, any standing water will go where it's supposed to. We're going to be continuing to keep an eye on area streams and rivers as well. That flash flood warning continues for Oneida and Madison County until 7:30. The rain has lightened up quite a bit. across most of the area. It's still going to rain tonight, but the heavy rain that we experienced earlier today has now pivoted to the west. And the flooding situation is much more serious in western New York. Syracuse, even some flash flood emergencies issued for the Finger Lakes. That is not going to be an issue locally. We are just about through the worst of this in our area. And I want to touch upon a couple of things. First of all, we have better information today than we had just a few years ago for local streams. One of them being the Sequoia Creek. There's a river gauge that is giving us constant measurements here. The numbers continue to go down. This crested at 3 o'clock today at 5.5 feet. So it was 3 feet below flood stage, and it's on its way down. So that's really good news. And with the rain continuing to lighten up, we don't expect any issues with the Sequoia Creek. Same thing with the West Canada Creek. I just got brand new numbers from this. 5.2 feet measured in the past half an hour. It's actually down just a little bit compared to an hour ago. So again, it's all about the direction where this is going, plus the fact that the heaviest rain is behind us. So again, some good news there. We will continue to follow this and keep you updated if anything changes. 1 to 2 inches of rainfall today. Otsego 1.9 inches, Mohawk 1.3 inches. And again, this is all coming from a nor'easter, which is going to head out to sea as we head into tonight. It's actually 2 areas of low pressure working in tandem, and they both are heading out, which means the rain comes to an end this evening. Again, no additional issues expected tonight, aside from some drizzle and fog. Do be careful of that. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 40s. We'll dry out tomorrow. We'll see some sunshine even later in the day. Temperatures climb into the mid-50s. The weather remains dry tomorrow night. Some patchy frost is possible Thursday morning. And sunshine again on Thursday with temperatures in the 50s. Drizzle and fog tonight, a low of 46. Tomorrow we're looking at decreasing clouds with high temperatures in the upper 50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast Thursday, Friday, looking dry. Sunshine, temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Another round of rain here as we head into Saturday and Halloween Sunday, likely to impact trick-or-treaters. Monday looking dry. Tuesday, Election Day, some showers, temperatures in the mid-50s. We'll be right back.
We get to those stories in just a moment. First, though, most sections of our viewing area, at least 1 to 2 inches of rain in the last 24 hours. There was some minor flooding, including this area. Route 5 in Kirkland still closed at this hour. Let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Kardis. Bill, how much rain did we get across the area?
About 1 to 2 inches for most areas. It came down pretty hard, so even though the forecast worked out, we had a little bit more flooding issues, minor flooding issues across a good portion of the area. Take a look at rainfall totals. Morrisville, 2 inches. Camden, 1.9 inches. Westmoreland, 1.7 inches. Springfield, 1.5 inches. Old Forge, 1 inch of rainfall. This is a look at the flood alerts that remain in effect. We do have a flood warning for Chenango and Otsego County. Those are mainly for smaller streams and rivers. We are not seeing any river flooding for areas like the Sequoia Creek or the Mohawk River, so some good news there. And with rainfall rates continuing to drop, we don't expect any additional flooding issues for most areas heading into tonight. That's not to rule out a couple of isolated issues, though. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're going to continue to see some rain across the area as we get into tonight, but again, the worst of it's behind us. Current temperature is 53 degrees, and tonight we'll drop into the upper 40s with some drizzle and patchy fog as the rain gradually comes to an end. We're taking a look at some much-needed drier weather and our next round of rain as we head into the weekend. Look at that forecast coming out. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A couple of traffic alerts.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Kardis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look outside. This is our CAV tower cam overlooking the city of Utica, where rain continues to fall, although it is falling much later than it did earlier today. This is the type of flooding that we've seen throughout the course of the day in spots. This is flash flooding, where rain comes down faster than it runs off. This picture from Lori and Cazenovia. The heaviest and the worst of flash flooding took place outside of our region. It was particularly bad in the Finger Lakes area, where flash flood emergencies were in place, where homes were evacuated. Again, that was outside of the WKTV viewing area. Locally, we did have a decent amount of rain, 1 to 2 inches of rain, and it is still falling. So live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. So look at all the flood alerts that remain in effect. Some flood warnings for Otsego and Shenango counties. These go until about for the next hour or so. And I think the worst of this is behind us in terms of any additional problems. I also wanted to take a look at the water levels of a couple of area streams and rivers. The Soquoit Creek in Whitesboro currently sits at 4.3 feet from the river gauge that's being measuring the water height. Flood stage, that's the important number, 8.5 feet. So it is not even close to flood stage, and it is going down. And we're seeing similar conditions along the West Canada. It is 1 foot below flood stage, and the river gauge is going down. So some very good news there, especially since we're not expecting the rain to get any heavier heading into tonight. If anything, it's going to dry out. Tomorrow, a dry day for outdoor workers, much more comfortable than what we were dealing with today. We're expecting a completely dry afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 50s. Here's the nor'easter, low pressure off the Atlantic coast. That's where it gets its name from. And we are continuing to track some light rain showers tonight. Not much additional rainfall is to be expected as overnight lows drop into the upper 40s. Tomorrow looks like a nice day. Sunshine, temperatures will be in the upper 50s. Tomorrow night, the weather remains dry. Overnight lows drop down into the 30s. Some patchy frost is to be expected as we head into Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, another nice day. Sunshine, temperatures in the 50s. Drizzle, some fog tonight, low of 46. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies in the morning. Some sunshine in the afternoon, a high of 58. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather remains dry up until the weekend, and then we are tracking some rain on Saturday and Sunday. Monday is looking dry. More rain showers as we look ahead to Election Day. We'll be right back.
Yes, I'm Jason Powlis. We're going to get to those stories in just a moment. First, though, most sections of our viewing area got a couple of inches of rain in at least the last 24 hours, and there's some minor flooding, including here, Route 5 in Kirkland. That area closed at this hour. Let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Bill, a lot of our area saw near 2 inches of rain, right?
Yeah, we did get a good soaking rain. Flooding, widespread, but generally minor, not any big problems. Some road closures here and there, just something to be aware of. I think a lot of that will be going away as we head into the morning as the rain does look to push to the east and move out of the area. Rainfall totals 1 inch in Old Forge, Camden closing in on 2 inches, Morrisville a little over 2 inches, Springfield 1.5 inches of rainfall. Here's a look at the flood alerts that remain in effect for central New York. Just a flood warning for Otsego and Shenango counties. Again, we are through the worst of this. The flooding was a lot worse in the Syracuse region compared to here in central New York, so we definitely got lucky in some regards. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It is still lightly raining across the area, and we'll see some late rain as we head into tonight. Our current temperature is 52 degrees. Overnight, we'll drop into the upper 40s. Watch out for some drizzle and fog, especially towards tomorrow morning. We are tracking a couple of dry days ahead. We're also keeping an eye on stream levels across the area as we head into tonight. Look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. We have 2 traffic alerts for drivers in both.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening and welcome back. We're taking a live look outside. We're overlooking the city of Utica. This is our Cav Bay Tower Cam, and we are continuing to track some late rain moving through our region. The risk for flooding is going to decrease as we head throughout tonight. Earlier today, we saw a lot of what we call flash flooding. This is when flooding happens because the rain is coming down faster than it's running off, and it can really happen anywhere. This picture from Lori's backyard in Cazenovia. And again, that's what we were dealing with. Flash flooding happens very quickly with very little warning, but it also goes away pretty quickly. It only lasts for a couple of hours. And looking across the region this evening, all flash flood warnings that were issued from earlier today have expired. We're still seeing some late rain on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but because the rainfall rates have come down, the situation is improving across the board. Again, we do have some flood alerts. Shenango, Otsego County under flood warnings. That just means that some of the streams and rivers in these areas are running a little bit high. The big streams in our area, at least the ones that are in the Mohawk Valley, are doing fine. I just want to give an update on the Sequoia Creek in Whitesboro. We have what's called a river gauge. This takes measurements every 15 minutes of the water height. The gauge is currently making a measurement of 4.3 feet. That is more than 4 feet below flood stage, and more importantly, it is decreasing. The water level is going down, and so that is a good sign. We are not expecting any flooding along the Sequoia Creek. We didn't see any earlier today. The crest took place around 3 o'clock, and that continues to fall. Same thing with the Mohawk River, the West Canada Creek at Cass Bridge. Again, looking at water levels that are decreasing, and they will stay below flood stage heading into tonight. Heading out the door tomorrow, if you're working outdoors, it's going to be a much nicer day to work. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s. We're looking at dry weather. This nor'easter continues to head very slowly to the north and east, and again, the rain comes to an end as we head into tonight. Do watch out for some patchy fog overnight, as well as early tomorrow morning. We're expecting dry weather, a return to sunshine, temperatures in the mid-50s. Tomorrow night, some patchy frost is possible as overnight lows drop down into the 30s. Thursday, the weather looks nice, more sunshine. Again, much needed dry weather. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 50s. Drizzle and some patchy fog tonight, an overnight low of 46. Tomorrow, decreasing clouds, a high of 58. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We are dry for the remainder of the work week. Temperatures in the 50s through Friday. Widespread rain over the weekend. Not great news for the trick-or-treaters. We're dry Monday. Temperatures in the mid-50s on Election Day. We'll be right back.